gets out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Detroit! Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Watch it now, Barney!
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Partner, I'm sure you've heard the same thing I've heard along the way. At some point, because of his size, Patrick Peterson may have to shift to safety. But it feels to me like that's a long way away, the way he's playing all these routes. How about the way he exploded on that dig route and knocked the ball away?
Now, right now, 6'1", 220, that's looking good about anywhere. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Play clock winding down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that is incomplete here. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, now look at 56. Look at
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 4th down. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Give him 11 on the game there, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dominique Easley able to drop him for a loss of 4. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They'll set up a throw. Escapes the sack. Surveying the field. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd down and 8 now.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. She took the words right out of my mouth. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He sets the fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ah, yes, that's today's enemy.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Man open left side is Brown. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. This from 42 yards out. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So we have reached halftime. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second down now after the pass completion. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun. Runs routes. It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And quickly they get to the line. He'll drop to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On the run, he's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 43 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Hurry up, hurry now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to keep it again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Defense showing blitz. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a gain there of 11 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Seven yards to go on second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll come out in the pistol, and the wideout in motion.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They complete it to Hill. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the draw. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. third down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on third down. That one was intended for John Brown. And it brings up fourth down. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the offense has it first and 10.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Hang on now. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cards, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.